Okay, now if you know, you know, papaya may not be the best smelling fruit, but it has a lot of enzymes helping with digestion. It contains vitamin A and C, helping with your eye health and skin repair, and also good for gut health and soothing inflammation. The seeds that are inside of the papaya assist with any parasite cleansing in your body. So it honestly is one of the best fruits on the market to try and juice. Now, what I have been seeing is a lot of people have been cutting your flesh. And what I do is I use this and I peel the skin off. That way I'm not cutting into my fat or my flesh on my fruit. Now, yes, this does take quite a few minutes, but honestly, I feel as though it's the best thing for me to do. So I go ahead and just cut all the way around. Some people may say I'm cutting this wrong, but this is what works for me. If you want to cut it a different way, then hey, do your thing. When I'm done peeling it, I go ahead and just cut the ends. When I'm juicing, I always have some type of grocery bag or something by me so I can easily and quickly throw away all of my scraps. Okay, so now we are all peeled and ready to go. I'm going to cut this in half, which is going to expose all of your, let's just call them seeds. Okay, it's best. What I have heard is that people eat these whole. I tried to eat these whole last week and I almost gagged. So, hey, if you can do it, that's great. But textures with me, it's not going to work. I juice them. Maybe not all of them, but I definitely juice them. You can eat them whole. You can crush them up and put them into your smoothies. You can crush them up and put them into some type of sauce if you would like. But I just literally scoop them out, put them in a bowl, and then I juice them. Okay, I then turn this over and I cut them and put the pieces into the bowl. Repeat with this one. I have a total of 2 papayas, 1 pineapple, about 4 oranges, 4 mangoes, and turmeric. This is 2 papayas worth of seeds. And again, you can juice them, eat them whole, or whatever you want to do. You can also add them to your compost. Next, we have oranges. I have about 4 of them. We know that oranges are great for vitamin C, antioxidant, and also supporting your heart health. This is basically just cutting the outside of this. Once you cut the outside, you can go ahead and cut them in half. And then I cut them into 3 or 4 pieces. Do the same thing with the other ones. Next, we have our pineapple. It helps with digestion, reducing inflammation, also high in vitamin C as well. And it's a natural anti-inflammatory. What you can do with this, if you would like to, is you can twist this off, right? You can peel some of these leaves back. It'll expose the roots. You can stick this in some water and it'll start to grow roots out of it within a few days, maybe 3 to 7 days or so. Let's go ahead and cut this. Okay, so one thing I'm not really used to necessarily peeling is the mango. The mango, we are just going to use my peeler again, and I think that it'll be the best option. So as I'm using this, see, I think that's the best option. We're not getting the flesh, we're just kind of peeling it off, and just that's how we're going to peel these, and I think that'll be better. It's okay if there's a little skin left on it. The juicer should be able to push through that. Just can't leave a bunch of skin. So now this is a mango, so you know it's a seed in the middle. We're gonna just push through the best way we possibly can. It's gonna get a little messy. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. So this is what I've gotten, which is actually not that bad. Whole a nice amount of pieces of mango. So we're gonna add that to our bowl. And we have 3 more mangoes to go. I'm gonna do the same process. Okay, as you can see, this is 3 mangoes. Now, was it tedious? Yes, it definitely is. But it only takes a few minutes. So you know that if you're juicing, it's going to take about an hour or so to really juice all of your things. We know that mango is high in vitamin A and C. It supports your immunity. It also contains fiber, promoting a healthy digestive system, and it's a natural energy booster. So it's really good for you, especially all of these fruits combined. So what I'm going to do now is I'm adding turmeric. Now, when we juice with papaya, especially, we like to add a lot of turmeric. Turmeric is so amazing for inflammation of the bones. You can make a turmeric paste out of this and put it on your skin, whatever you would like. But I'm juicing probably about maybe 2 to 3 pieces of turmeric today. Because I have 2 papayas, I may do like 2.5 because, yeah, I think 2.5 would be good. And do I cut this? Not really. I literally I might cut a little bit so I don't have all of this extra root in the juice, but I don't really do too much. Just a little cut, just to expose it a bit. But usually my juicer kind of get all the rest of this off. So that's the good thing about it. Okay, so my turmeric is pretty much ready to go. I have about 2.5 pieces. So we're going to juice our mangoes first. Turmeric. We'll start on our pineapples next. Oranges are next. Our papaya is left, but we have to empty our juice out. I'm using a jug today so that I can go ahead and just get everything mixed. What you can do with your pulp is either rejuice it or throw it in the trash or put it in your compost bin. So I'm going to use my funnel, go ahead and empty some of this out and pour it in my jug. All right, we're gonna go ahead and finish with our papaya and our papaya seeds. For the seeds, I literally just scoop it however much I want and just put them in the juicer. Probably like maybe 3 scoops. Now, usually it does not feel this much of a jug up. Honestly, this is a lot. But okay, I did use 2 papayas, 1 pineapple, 4 oranges, 4 mangoes. I ended up using like 5 thumbs of turmeric and 2 thumbs of ginger. And honestly, I don't think I've ever had this much. And then we have a little bit of papaya juice left over. Now, if you make papaya or anything that's really pulpy, you want to either strain it or you want to thin it out with maybe some coconut water or whatever you want. What I would have done if this wouldn't have been as full is add like a half a thing of coconut water to it, just so that overnight as it sits in the fridge, it doesn't get too pulpy to where you're unable to drink it. But you definitely want to thin it out with something. I prefer coconut water because you really can't taste it and it kind of goes with the flow of the tropical vibe. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just shake this up and taste it. The goal is to make sure it does not taste like papaya. Mm? You taste the mango, you taste the turmeric, you taste all of it really, and it's really balanced. The papaya is balanced out. So I would recommend your papaya, your pineapple, your oranges, your mango, turmeric, and ginger. Very good.